Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do some smaller tasks and work on 3 separate trees. So it's more the daily routine tasks that you have to do when you take care of bonsai. We're going to look at wiring, we're going to look a little bit at pruning, and I thought why not combine 3 different trees in this one video. And we would start right away here with this Clump-Style project. So this is 3 separate trees in here that I'm trying to fuse together right now to create this Clump-Style bonsai tree. So of course the Clump-Style means we have a lot of trunk down here and then the branches going off from it. And to create that, we have 3 trees in here. I have some wire applied to the 2 here, as you can see, and that is one thing I want to take care of today. I see that the wire starts to bite into the bark here a little bit, so it is a good time to take it off. It is now still the middle of growth season, so there has been a lot of growth, of course, also on this tree, which means it is only natural that we see the wire bite into the bark here a little bit. But of course, nevertheless, we have to take it off. I try to always remove wire in a way that I can reuse it, so of course you could also cut it off. However, I prefer to just unfurl it and then reuse the wire. So one more little thing here. And we can see most of it still adheres already. This side here is maybe a bit too high still, so we might bring this down a little bit still. To be honest, I would do that. So we might reapply the wire, of course, again simply. But before we do that, let's take a look at the other parts of this tree. Because we have also this little middle trunk here that is somehow bifurcating here in a way that I'm not too happy about, because we do have somewhat competing leaders here. So the question is if we take out one of them in the future. I do want to keep this one in the middle because I think this will be the leader, and you can see a lot of growth coming in here now from little side branches. And this one here is filling this area at the moment. So we do also need this one, but we might wire this out a little bit to get it a little bit out of the way and open up here still a little bit. Maybe even wire it a bit into the front here, so it can grow a little bit more like this. I think this could look nice. And for that we can actually use the wire we just took off of the tree. So let me just straighten out this wire, and then we can apply it right away again. So I would try to find my way into here. Probably gonna make one turn around the main trunk line here just to get a better grip. And then we move up on this branch. It doesn't have to go fully up, we just want to give it a slight direction, so I think for that it should be enough. And then we can focus on wiring this branch here again. As we said, it doesn't adhere fully yet, so we simply rewire and get this going again. Trying to not trap too much foliage. Maybe one more hook here. It has to be practical more than anything else. So wire this down a little bit. And then we can move this one simply a little bit into the front. And that opens up the tree tremendously. Again, we have here, as I said, those branches that are going to fill in this area here in the future, as well with some back branching here. So this part here will still fill out a little bit more, even though it is already way denser again than it used to be. If we look at it from the back here, it looks a bit messier, a bit more crowded. I will let this grow freely. You can see so much foliage here developing, especially on those 2 side branches. And that is also the purpose and the intended goal of this. Let it grow wild and free. In this way, of course, we strengthen the trunk. Trunk will thicken, and this way the fusion will happen down here even faster. Already last time when I worked on this, you can see these seem to adhere to it. So if I move one of those trees, the other 2 move with it. So I think there is some fusion going on here already. I would say probably one more growth season, and then we can really take a look at this. Also then take off the wire here, down here probably, and really take a look at how the fusion is coming along and if we have to readjust something or not. But yeah, small work on this tree, simply taking off some wire and reapplying it. And this way, of course, affecting the overall look of this tree also in the future. let's move on to the next tree. So here we have a different ficus variety. It is a Ficus benjamina as well, but it is a variegated one. So you can see the white outlines on those leaves. That's the variegation on this tree. It is a variegation you can find quite commonly. I don't see it that often in bonsai, and that's what I found a bit intriguing about this. I know variegated plants normally tend to grow a little bit slower than variegated ones, and the leaves might be a little bit too far in between when it comes to bonsai. But this one has a nice growth pattern, I must say. So until now, I'm quite happy with it. I'm also again here trying to fuse 3 separate trees. You can see in here currently also wrapped in wire, hoping that they will also in the future fuse. And for that, I have let it grow wildly now since the beginning of growth season. Actually, you can see a lot of growth has happened here. And as there is still a lot of growth going and it keeps coming back, I thought like, I don't want to get it too wild. Maybe we cut it back a little bit and also work on the branch structure. So I'm going to do some rough pruning today, simply really taking out very long shoots like this. We simply take out to give this a little bit of a form again. So this is supposed to be a broom style bonsai, and for that it is a bit out of shape. So why not also use this middle of growth season right now to also take leggy growth like this out that maybe hasn't gotten enough sunlight lately, something like this. And we just go around giving it a little bit of a haircut, taking it back to places where we want it to ramify, so to create separate branches. Of course, it is quite tangled here in the middle, so we might even thin this out a little bit. We have a lot of crossing branches in here. You can see, for example, this one. So we can also already work a little bit on how the structure will be in the future by emptying out some of these spaces here. Then just some tip pruning where needed. Also here, some of the growth is very leggy, so I might even position this closer to a source of light to get it a little bit more dense. As I said, that can be the case, especially with variegated plants, that they do get a little bit laggy if they don't get the sunlight. They could even lose the variegation if they don't get any sunlight at all. On the new leaves, you don't see the variegation that much. It's more of a light green shade. And then once the leaf matures, it turns into this white. So here, this is also a bit laggy still. Do we even maybe take this out completely or at least shorten it? 1 or 2 leaf pairs down here. Here. I would shorten this. Really going back to old wood here to make sure this is gonna ramify. Same here. And probably here as well, at least. Tip. Then we have some leaf down here coming straight from the trunk. We can still get rid of this. Also here, just pluck this off. And here probably still a little bit. Also going back to 1 leaf. And here we see also quite laggy growth. And this makes it simply a little bit more compact again. You can see here now it definitely has more of this ball shape, more this broom-like shape again. I'm gonna let this grow wildly again. As I said, we need to strengthen the trunk. But I think starting again from this more compact starting point here, we have the higher chance of keeping in control of this tree, even if we let it grow wildly, having a nicer branch structure to work with. You saw actually how crowded it was here in the middle, and still somewhat is, but definitely less now. And I think this will benefit the overall health of the tree when foliage doesn't get trapped inside here without any light source and then die back. So it's better to clean this out a little bit once in a while and then let it grow wildly again. So also done with this tree. Let's move on to the last one. So this last tree is also a little project I have going on right now. It is a Ficus Microcarpa. You can spot this right away by this very bulbous root mass that is often exposed. It is a grafted variety, so you have smaller leafed Ficus varieties then grafted onto this big root stock down here. And normally, when I buy something like this, I tend to buy the ones that have not as big bulbous roots, but this one I bought and I thought like, why not incorporate it into something completely different? So the design idea for this tree is a tree that has fallen, maybe in a storm or something, has of course fallen to the side, but still has some life and vigor in it and keeps growing now in this new position. And for that, I'm trying to adjust the quite thick branches that have been grafted onto here. You can see those are really thick already, so they themselves could already start to make nice trees if we look about it more closely. And I have wired most of the main branches in here, as you can see. Some have wired up here to give simply a nice dense view. And what I want to do with those, as I haven't wired them too long ago, I don't want to take off the wire. I want to reapply or reorganize it a little bit by readjusting the branches that we have wired. So slowly I want to move this one more in this direction. And of course trying to do this without it snapping, but I want this to move really over the tree and separate a little bit from something that I see more of a side branch actually in the future. And for that, I want to move also the one we have here right now a little bit more to this side, putting up this area a little bit. So already spreading this, and then we can even take down this one a little bit, filling in the area here, creating more of a side pad. And this way we can work more on this separation going on. It is a very dense variety that's on here. You can see how dense it is. You can barely work on it and wire it. It was quite the hassle to apply the wire here in the beginning. But I think over the time this will look quite nicely if we think about it, especially with this branch here and starting to branch out to different areas, then really filling in this area here, having a bushy side pad down here. But of course, this is also more of a long-term goal still, with simply focusing on the main branch up here, trying to work on this. There's not much else I want to do on this tree. I can see here between the roots, it's always good to clean out a little bit, making sure there's not any debris caught in here. This little stump here I think is actually dying back, so the next time we repot it, we might take out this little stump. But overall on the roots, I don't want to work too much. I'm quite happy the way they now are part of the oval design. And I think they fit quite well because it almost looks like they're growing on some sort of stone, even though there's nothing except for roots in here. So definitely looking quite nicely in my opinion. I will focus on this branch, as I said, right here, probably applying some wire here in the next couple of months. And then we will also take off all of this wire here that we now, of course, still need for, keeping those branches in place. But once they are in place and we have more growth up here, we can remove them. So yes, that already was the last tree and the last work I wanted to do for today. Just smaller little things that need to be done on your trees, the continuous work that normally only takes a couple of minutes, but of course still can have an impact on your trees. If you have any questions about any of those 3 trees, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will get to answer them as soon as I see them. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, and if you enjoy my channel, feel free to subscribe. Hopefully I will see you in the next video then. Until then, take care.